So primary memory. Primary memory is memory that is accessed directly by the CPU. It allows a processor to access running execution applications and services that are temporarily stored in a specific memory location. It includes different types of memory, such as the processor cache and system ROM, but in most cases, primary memory refers to system RAM. And RAM. So random access memory, or also known as RAM, contains one or more memory modules which temporarily store data while a computer is running. Unlike ROM, RAM is volatile, which means that memory is erased when the device is turned off. This means that the operating system must be loaded from secondary memory, like a hard drive, into the primary memory or RAM. When you launch an application on your computer, it is loaded into RAM.
So ROM stands for read-only memory, and it's located on the motherboard. It's non-volatile, so after the computer shuts off, all the instructions and data which is stored onto the ROM, it can't be shut off. It's not deleted, and it's mainly used to store the instructions and data which it's typically used to store the programs and instructions that do not need to be updated, so the computer's startup information, and it's used to store instructions and data that can't be written over. And the difference is, so ROM is non-volatile and it holds the BIOS, which is the startup instructions to the computer, whereas RAM is volatile and mainly holds the instructions of the programs that are running at the moment. And cache memory, so it's just like RAM. It's located on the motherboard, and it holds the information from the RAM that is most actively used, thus enabling the computer to run faster. And there's two types of cache, so there's level 1 cache and level 2. And when the processor needs to read from the cache, it checks if there's a copy checks if copy data exists. Then the processor reads from the cache. If the data doesn't exist, the data is then copied to the cache. And when the processor needs to write to the main memory, it does so through the cache.
Okay, thank you.